That was about right. This is loser's bracket round 1. I've given them their seed. How's everybody doing? How are you two doing?
Doing pretty well.
You both see it?
Sarah was picking something up. I missed what you said.
You both see the stream?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I see it.
Zero joke here.
Samus has come.
I missed that sprite for a while. I think they did some changes to it. Like it was there and then it was gone again.
They deleted it right away for some reason and then put it back in later. I don't know why.
I'm thinking they probably found something wasn't working with the sprite, like probably when you do the bonk animation, something was wrong there.
Here's the spoiler log. I'm not gonna look at it too much. I just like to have the list of crystals and pendants. Well, we're ready to go, looks like.
Usually I take a look at it only if we've missed something along the way. That way I don't fall into the, when did they get the moon pearl question.
Two, one, go.
I don't know how I have much experience with any of these four, so it'll be interesting to see how these guys do. But which team do you think is going to come out ahead, green or red?
Oh, a big 20.
Waiting for Cloudberry to start. Hasn't begun yet. I'll have to credit him 20 seconds. 22 seconds of credit on his. I want to make a note of that while I'm sitting here.
We did have the first crystal look or the map check, and I believe they're all crystals this side.
Yeah, indeed.
Yep, the first 3 dungeons, all crystals. This is one of the losers bracket matches. We had a couple go by only because teams dropped out. Yeah, 3 teams have dropped out. Killer MC and Oozworm dropped out after their first match because they didn't feel like they were competing. They didn't have a serious enough, chance to win. They didn't finish their match either, so I understand why they dropped out. They just had the 1 game. The other 2 teams that dropped out lost a player and they had to quit. So those 3 games were skipped in the losers bracket. This is the first one that we've seen being played. Both of these teams have played a match and lost, so whichever one of them loses this is out.
Interesting to note that Eastern is Crystal 6, Desert is Crystal 5, so the double-chested fairy at the pyramid could be worth something this seed.
Well, 3 teams dropping out doesn't impact how many games I have to play very much. Honestly, I still have like 50 left, so we got plenty of content left here. Cloudberry is lagging, I think. I told him to turn their connection down, but it's still a little shaky. Hopefully not too bad.
Quite a bit. And the chest after the uncle was the book, by the way. So that's a quite early book.
It could possibly be the way to get into Desert Palace.
I mean, at least for one of the team members, that would be a pretty good choice, I guess.
I was going to credit Cloudberry some time, but I think their stream caught up because there's no way that they're here, So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think they started at the right time. I'm just going to have to give them a refresh closer to the finish to see if because their internet's being weird. You tell me if I'm wrong, but didn't the other tournament have 3-point matches? That would certainly make it take longer. Indigo Blooper is the first person to die in the escape, I think. That's not good.
Oh no.
Where did he go down at? Looks like the whole way down. I don't think that I've seen that.
Chain guard.
That's an understandable, dangerous enemy, but no one has ever gone down to him before. That's a devastating couple minutes of loss.
May not feel like it now, but once they get out of escape, that's where those seconds are going to really separate these 2. Indigo is going to be trying to get out of the escape while Cloudberry is already off to Kakariko Village or something.
The worst thing we saw in Escape was actually worse than that. It was somebody forgot the key off a guard because they got a chest with a key in it, and they kept trying to go through the dark room where the key gets used without the key, and they couldn't figure out where the key was, and then they were locked out.
Ooh, so they had to backtrack if they wanted to finish off the escape.
Yeah, and they were confused about it, and it was really not great. It was...
That was like a 500 time loss right there.
It was worse than that death, yeah. It really was.
Speaking of deaths... Ooh.
Yeah, Indigo's got to go to the pod strats here.
Don't know why you wouldn't, especially if you're unfamiliar with that boss. You can just throw a pot at him and do half his life right there. I usually do anyway. It's like 1 second slower than just mashing the sword on him. And it's so much safer, and you get a heart on the way.
And you notice he did skip over the chest, but went back. He probably wants those rupees because you're going to need it later on. Doesn't look like anyone has bombs yet.
Red team is taken to killing all the enemies. Every single one. If the snakes must die. Where are the bombs?
I think there's a good possibility that none of the enemies will drop bombs at all, so I might have to come back here actually
Yep.
to see what's in the bomb wall.
Sometimes you can't help it. Question is, what's even in the escape? Is it worth it? I'm starting to think that they're not going to get bombs, yeah, because it's been quite a few kills. Nobody has bombs.
Yeah, it might just be an unfortunate roll of the dice where these enemies do not get into the bomb drop groups.
It's coming down to jokes too long will get a bomb if anyone will. Just they've killed everything. I think if they don't get one here, they're not going to get one. Looks like he's giving up on that.
Hey, he's killed everything that could possibly drop a bomb. There's no
8
bombs to be
bombs
found
for
here in Escape.
Cloudberry.
Oh, never mind.
Wow.
Oh, now we're going to check the escape out. I can't believe that. Oh, jokes too long just got those bombs. That's too late. Cannot go back from here.
Yep,
Flippers.
once you go into the stairs, that's it.
Power gloves. That's really hurting. You
Oh.
know,
Person
my
power gloves.
goodness.
this could be bad if the Titan mitts happen to be in the Dark World. You know, that would mean that the only way you can get those power gloves really is to. Oh, my bad. Let me fix that. Sorry about that. Anyway, the only way to get those, and I don't know why that did that, by the way. Freaking drummers.
Boots in the sanctuary chest, by the way.
Would be, you'd have to go around the entire escape again, right?
Yeah, you'd have to go through the entire escape if you can't find a glove at all.
Yeah, I accidentally showed you my spoiler log, but the only thing I had on screen really was the only part of the spoiler log I read, which was the pendants and crystals location.
Just to recap, 5, 6, and 3, I believe the numbers are. And unfortunate luck for Indigo Blooper, who knows at this point because of his teammate what's in those chests. The red team has no idea what's in those chests at all.
They gotta be nervous about that, and they should be with what's in it. What's in it is a disaster for them, it really is.
I mean, they don't know about it. They could also just think that there's simply no bomb drops at all and they have to come back anyway.
Well, there's Hookshot. Indigo Blooper didn't get any bombs, just gave up on that.
Yeah,
It's
watch
only
you
one
get
person.
watch you gets bombs in the next drop.
Cloudberry, I hope, did not just lose internet. There they come. The stream's gonna catch up, like it's just gonna lag forward now. You really don't need to have your stream cranked up too high for this game. Some people have trouble grasping, and I understand because encoding video is not a simple thing to get. They don't know what bitrate to run, and the bitrate for a game like this is pathetic. Like, it shouldn't be high at all. You really don't need to push your internet. If you have any trouble with your internet at all, then just turn it down, turn it way down. You could run this game at like 200 kilobits and it'd still look alright if you really wanted to. There's really no reason to run it much higher than that unless you have the bandwidth.
Mini Moldorm Cave had the mirror.
That's pretty neat. And Physiosis bought some bombs now because he didn't get any.
Now Indigo knows that they have to do the escape again, probably. I don't know where they're going. They went to this store.
Buying
get their
bombs as
bombs.
well.
Yeah,
The
I've
less visited store.
There's the flute. People use high bitrate on SNES games and stuff, and it's completely unnecessary. That kind of bitrate, 2,000, 3,000, that's That's like HD 38 FPS in a shooter. Like you don't need that for this at all. It's way overkill. And I'm just talking from the point of somebody who might be having internet trouble. If you got bandwidth, then it doesn't really matter. But obviously Cloudberry's gotten some problems here. They are doing fake flippers because they don't have the flippers. The green team has them though.
That was
Jokes
so
too
close.
long. Was so close from getting knocked out there.
Yeah, they get shot here and they're gonna be in trouble.
And I'm pretty sure he hasn't saved yet, so that would have been a really bad soft block.
It's happened to me before.
And all for a bomb upgrade.
Now he's saved and quit. Now he's good. See, now Cloudberry probably should have been the one to go to the lake because they can swim. Indigo Blooper's really not got anything and he's going into this cave here. And then that's going to be it for his journey. Oh, he might die here because this place is pretty dangerous and he's almost out. Yeah, he did die.
Falling down the hole costs you a heart no matter what tunic you wear. The Bold Orms would deal you 1 heart if you have the green tunic. Now, getting the flute is nice because that will get them access to Death Mountain. With or without the gloves.
Yeah. The question, well, they're the Moon Pearl and Sasrala's hut. The question is, where's the hammer? And are the other mitts in the light world or not? That's really going to be a big deal.
Like, this is unreal that 3 people were unable to get those 3 chests and escape, and this is the kind of seed where there was actually good stuff in there.
I would say Green Team has an advantage, but Indigo Blooper died and escaped, and he hasn't gone and gotten those gloves yet. It's going to take another round to get him. That's going to make up the difference, though, if the other team does ag him and just doesn't go to escape. Or even if they have to do escape again, like he was a couple minutes behind because he died, but it might be made up for right there by knowing the value of escape and going there immediately as soon as he can.
Interesting decision from Cloudberry to be here in Desert Palace at this point. Like, it's a dungeon that at this point you cannot finish because there's no fire source, but maybe you get lucky and you find something in here.
Get a couple chests.
Oh, it's always fast to come back here and just do the back part of it and just finish off the dungeon afterwards, so that's a good call. Boots are required, but they have that anyway. I mean, the great thing about Cloudberry stream is you never know what's gonna come next, right?
Yeah, that's it. It's very intense.
Yeah. You don't know what's going to happen on frame number 87.
There, it just jumps up to actually doing the wrong part of the dungeon. Can't finish this dungeon. They might not remember that. They might be... I mean, there's no other explanation, really, because there's nothing to be had here. This is just a waste of time. This is absolutely...
He's gonna get through these next 2 rooms and then be like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep, no value.
It doesn't have
here.
hammer. Can't even mirror art. Just go back to the other part.
No, they have an extra key. They didn't ever go
that
get
one
the
should be
chest.
for the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the lag, I thought that happened, but nope.
Checking the map, realizing nope.
Bailing out.
Not even quitting out though. Wow. Okay.
That's going to be a heck of a decision if it did turn out that the lamp was on the right-hand side of Desert Palace.
These are good questions. Where are the Titan mitts? Where's the lamp? These are the questions that drive who made better decisions here. Obviously, Cloudberry made a mistake, though. Should have gotten... That's the only benefit to what they were doing, was that dungeon's 2 items, and they didn't get them.
They reverse transverse up the mountain here for Jokes Too Long to get the old man.
I think that escape is going to devastate the other 2 players. I'm still convinced. But the Titan mitts being in the light world's pretty unlikely at this point. It might be on the mountain, I guess. Guess we'll see soon.
What about Lech or Zora? I mean, how trolly would that be if it's on the Zora Lech and you can't reach it without having the normal flippers from escape?
That would really hurt.
But that would be a soft block, so that's impossible, I guess. From logic points.
No, they just have to go through the escape again, that's all. That could happen.
Oh, yeah, true. I was
Now,
just
my-
thinking of a drop down.
Now, my original understanding of the logic was the escape is treated as if you're already having gloves in case you don't get a bomb during the escape. But that was maybe an older version of the logic, too, as we do find a sword upgrade inside Spectacle Rock.
I think you're wrong, because I saw in this race once, both mitts were in the escape.
Which is definitely a possibility in the newer versions of logic.
Like the Power Glove and the Titan mitt were behind that bombable wall, meaning the only way you could get them was to do the entire escape. Or get them on the first way through. Like there's a good possibility based on knowing that they do have to go through the escape again the hard way, because they're not going to find the gloves. They might if the Titan mitts are here, but the odds are getting pretty slim. I haven't seen them yet. It could be in Eastern Palace, it could be on the mountain, or in Tower of Hera. That's about it.
Yeah, the thing is right now, these guys are going to do everything in their power not to have to go back through that escape until they find the glove.
Yep. That might slow them down. It might be really bad for them. It depends on if they can get the Titan mitts by killing Aghanim. If they have to do Aghanim at all when they're shooting, that's really going to hurt them, that alone. But like if the Titan mitts are just lying on the pyramid or somewhere that they can get to with the hammer, maybe they can hook shot across. Right now they have the means to explore a good bit of Dark World. It's just a pain to get there. It's just not the funnest way, not the fastest way to get there. I ain't playing that Sonic song. Get out of here.
Did Green Team find the Moonpaw? Because Cloud is in Eastern, but I haven't seen Joshua's hut.
No, I didn't see him go there.
Yeah, I think he just took the right path up there, and he might text Shrashla after he's done. Or, well, after he's done doing all he can in this dungeon.
So was there a big key in Hera? I didn't see it. It seems like the big key was not in the basement, so we can at least complete it.
But he's going, I would think he did find it, but yeah, he did find the big key in the first section of the basement. So the first 2 items in Hera were the big key and the small key, which could make things a little anxious as he goes up to Moldorm coming up.
Haven't seen anybody find a fire switch yet. There's a Single arrow.
Oh, the single arrow.
Items complete.
Oh, yes. Nothing good in the Tower of Hera.
And Fizz is checking the mountain on the right while his buddy does Tower of Hera. That's a good idea. Clean the whole thing at once. Did they check Ether Tablet?
Yeah, it was 20.
There's the silver arrows.
Well, that's a good find. Always good to have them. Let's just hope that they don't have to come back for Hera with a fire source for the basement and there's nothing important in there.
They don't. There's the hammer. Ice rod. Pretty nice.
Wow.
Ether. 3 things in here.
That means if Cloudberry would ever get up in that area, he would have everything he needs. Well, he hasn't gotten to Agnum yet, and it looks like nothing's in Eastern for him.
Indigo's about to find all that.
Sarashula is what I meant.
Indigo is gonna tell him any minute though about the locations, so it's nice.
Cloudberry's about to grab his Moon Pearl.
And once Indigo gives him the word that the hammer's up there, he'll have everything he needs to get into the Dark World.
Indigo's finding out he has no mana. I hope they figure out how to throw a bomb. There you go. I was afraid they'd die in there, and then I was afraid they were gonna leave because they didn't have mana. Just making some weird decisions.
It looked like he was going to mirror art, which doesn't even work.
Yeah,
so.
It looked like that was the plan for a second.
You can tell based on how Cloudberry went up to the mountain that his teammate had, well, I was going to say that he had told him about what's up here on the mountain, but he's going back down to the Light World now, or rather Kakariko Village.
Yeah, don't know what they're up to.
That's interesting.
You checking the pedestal, maybe?
That's the only thing I can think of at this point.
They have the means. Well, Cloudberry would. If they did the... Yeah, that's where they're gone. They got the hammer. They could go into the Dark World already. They could be way ahead. They have the advantage here. They're throwing it away. Don't know where he's gone.
Ooh.
Is there something in the woods
Indigo
that's worth?
taking the death.
Oh, Cloudberry doesn't have the hook shot, so he's got to go back here to the Lost Woods to get it.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, they could still go across. Yeah, they do need the hook shot. Yeah,
They have the mirror.
They could get into
yeah,
Tower
they
Hera,
need-
but
you
they
can't-
couldn't get.
You can't hammer the top part. True. Now he's probably gonna go there, I guess.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
looks like it.
Yep, he got up to the mountain to find out that he didn't have the hook shot, so there's no way across. So here he goes now.
He wants the Master Sword. No, change your mind. Going right. The Master Sword's on the left, and everything else is on the right, except for the Tower of Hera itself, which is useless. I don't
Just
know.
gotta
if
be
Green Team
careful.
knows that.
Anything hits him, he's dead here.
There are 2 hearts in the cave to the right.
He's got to make it to the cave, though.
And we all know dead rocks are not fun.
Oh, they are not. But he's now safe. He's going to get those 2 hearts.
Red team is checking Green or Eastern Palace. They're really hoping to find some gloves, I think, but I don't know if they're going to. I'm losing hope here. I know it's not in the mountain now, so really if it's not in the desert, which I didn't see, then that's it. It could be on Zora, I guess, but that they can't get one of those items. So that's already reducing the odds a little bit.
Yeah, there's not really much money in the seat yet. So checking Zora is actually not a thing yet.
The only person who has the easiest way to grind for rupees at this point would be Cloudberry.
Cloudberry's way ahead. I hope they can capitalize on that. They have such an advantage. It's crazy. I haven't seen somebody have such an advantage early on yet. It's never happened in teams. Getting into the escape like that really sealed it for Cloudberry. They really need to get moving on the stuff that they have that no one else does. They can get so much done right now.
If I'm Indigo Blooper at this point, I would get through Hera, finish this off, and then take the long way back into escape and get those gloves.
Have to do it. Just have to do it.
Well, coming up after the spinning wheel, we'll see whether or not Cloudberry decides to bomb jump. The way Cloudberry is going is like he has no idea what he's going to do.
Yep. Now that they have the hammer, I mean, there's rational thinking going on here. They needed the hook shot. That makes more sense. It looked weird, but it was a logical thing. They need to go get the Master Sword. Probably that's what he's doing, and then not sure where they'll go next. They could go into the Dark World at this point, and I would say Hype Cave or Thieves Town. I wouldn't go anywhere else.
Well, after dying to the cabbage here, Cloudberry, I think, is just going to do just that, head into the Dark World. He's the only one right now with access.
I can understand wanting to grab the Master Sword. I certainly would do that, so I assume that's where they're going. I don't know about doing Tower of Hera. They probably know it's worthless. I mean, it needs to be done someday, but it honestly should be the last dungeon you do in this case. In Cloudberry's case, Eastern Palace is being finished by Red Team and Tower of Hera at the same time. They did not get gloves in Eastern Palace. I don't think they got anything. It doesn't look like they didn't find nothing useful there.
Yeah, Eastern Palace at this point is not winnable, and Jokes Too Long is going back into Hyrule Castle.
The question is, are they doing Aghanim or are they doing Escape? Looks like they're turning around.
And they're going to do a Yui.
I could see doing either one of those, honestly, if I were them. They could use the hook shot to explore. They just had to kill Aghanim first. So it makes sense to do Aghanim. Moldworm has beaten Blooper.
Inficity trying to do hammer strats.
There we go.
And knocks down the Moldorm.
Oh, Moldorm gets another kill on Blooper. Knock him down. Cloudberry is the only one. She found the 8 bomb pack in Escape, and that's it.
Oh, Jokes Too Long was going to go Zora.
Blooper cannot get
least...
Moldorm for nothing. Just keeps knocking him down.
Yeah, Jokes Too Long was going to go towards and see what was over in Zora's area, and found out, whoops, nope.
No money.
In fact, yeah, no money. Why are you going to Zora?
Come on,
Are you
Blooper.
just going to see what's on the ledge?
Blooper, come on, please. Stop falling.
And there's the soft log.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Damn.
Oh, no. Yeah, that is.
Red Team's having a bad day.
Bad crap.
Feels bad, man.
Blooper, please. 5 times Moldorm now. 5-0 on this.
So how much did Jokes lose is the question now. I don't think it was much.
I don't think it was really anything. Now, where's Jokes going to go from here? Aghanim or to the Escape?
They're both doing Escape at
Looks
once.
like
Escape.
The synchronized Escape. You would think only one of them would. But they're both going in. They both assume it's correct.
Synchronized door case, whatever you want to call that, pushing.
Blooper, nice work. Moldorm is dead. At last. Meanwhile, Cloudberry, off screen, I guess, is looting chests.
So far, we know those first 4 were not anything.
Yeah, nothing in the hype cave at all.
Just the money. That's it. And a heart container.
Well, red team is finishing the escape. They will soon be caught up after this.
Yeah, they too will have access to the Dark World.
Indigo is the one lagging behind here now. They haven't done this yet. They know they have to. They put it off. They're doing other things.
Why is he going back to... Oh, he's checking Spiral Cave. Alright. I was wondering, why would you go back here?
And both of them will find the flippers and the power glove. There you go. You now have Dark World access. Split up.
Cloudberry heading into swamp, it looks like. That's a good plan.
Yep. And if I was these two, I would split it up so one takes care of the south area, the other one takes care of Kakariko, and it looks like they finally got their wires crossed, and we'll head on over into two separate areas.
Perfect. That's a good call.
This is where Indigo really needs to go. He really needs those gloves. Every second he goes without them is delay. Like, there's nothing to do in Light World anymore. It's time to move on. There's Quake.
I think he's gonna grab his moon power, it seems, and might do it afterwards.
Oh, right, because he hasn't made it over to Sassarello's yet.
Yeah, that's a very important item. It's the last one he really should grab. I can't think of anything that needs to be done. Like, they can't finish Eastern or Desert. They really just have to go to the Dark World at this point. There's nothing else.
So we're seeing Turtle Rock, Mire, and Ice Palace being pendants. That's interesting.
The last three dungeons are your pendant dungeons. This could be a fast seed, just... It won't be at this point. So that means technically the flute's not required unless something's in Mire. The Candace and Mario might not be required at all, which they already got. The Ice Rod's not required, but they already got that. And there's the Bombo, so we've now found all three medallions, which are not required. I think Indigo Blooper is just stuck right now. I think now is the time to communicate your teammate. You can get back into escape, and here we
Yes.
go.
Oh, Fizz taking the death right at the beginning of Swamp.
There's the lamp in Thieves Town.
There's our fire source.
Finally. But where are the Titan myths? That mystery was never solved.
Well, sometime the next hour, we'll find out the answer to that mystery.
Isn't it always the way that you get the Ice Rod and then Turtle Rock ain't required at all?
Yeah, that's Murphy's Law right there. If you find Ice Road early, you ain't got to do Turtle Rock. And yes, Titan's Mints are required. It's the only way you can get up into Ganon's tower. Now, is this your first 2v2 race where all four characters are doing different sprites?
I don't think so.
No.
We've had a couple.
And making it even more hilarious, none of them are Link.
With sprites being out now, Link is old school. I guess.
Explaining who that girl sprite is the most confusing thing endeavor to try and cover.
Where's that girl sprite from?
The broadcast to Teleview version of BS Zelda, the BS Zelda Japanese release. They let you pick your protagonist in that.
The only time I've ever seen a BS Zelda is through Retro Prey. And I believe we'll see what else is going on here in Swamp Palace once Cloudberry advances the next slide.
There's an LP by Mecha Prime of the BS Zelda.
Shoutouts to PowerPoint.
I hate that bomb spitting tree that just got blooper.
So through the magic of technology, we're now all of a sudden at Argus.
So we get 300 rupees at chest game, which brings them almost close enough to Zora money, so we might see Zora soon. Also, did Cloudberry just...
Oh, that sucks.
That really sucks.
That death is a very costly... That's as bad as dying in Escape, almost.
Ooh, Cloud might die as well. That's really close.
Oh no!
Ooh.
That's even worse. Argus takes a life.
Yeah, the hammer hitbox being so small.
And all of these guys still on green tunics, so these enemies do pack a punch.
I don't really agree with using the hammer here when you have Master Sword. 4 spins, that's all it takes.
Yeah, that's a lot more safe. Definitely.
Icing on the cake is apparently the boss has the big key.
And more tests, unfortunately, jokes too long, and Indigo Blooper. We haven't seen any bottles, we haven't seen any tunic upgrades, so these guys are in dangerous territory, especially with low heart counts.
And Fizz died again, falling that time. While falling, got shot back to the start again. Oh, this is going poorly.
Imagine this being a green tunic seed. I would be kinda...
I mean, so far. I hope they'll find something that helps them out. They're having a hard time.
And I agree with this strategy here from Cloudberry. You've already died to this boss once. Be careful with it. Just be safe.
Oh no!
Oh, nice.
Oh no!
Digging game awarded only on the second hit.
What was it?
It was rupees, but at least you got on the second dig instead of had to go all the way to your 300th or 30th.
How many hits does the hammer even take? Yeah, it doesn't even save time. You definitely want to just spin here. Hammer is crazy.
Still 4 hits, I think.
He's down to 1 heart.
Hammer is the same as spinning with the Master Sword, so...
Ooh.
And he got him. Yeah, Master Sword spin is doing the same damage as a Tempered Sword slash, which is the same thing as a hammer, so you might as well do the Magic Sword, Master Sword spin and enlarge your hitbox.
With Fighter Sword, I would agree. I would probably do Hammer as well, but not with Master.
Jokes too long is going to be the first one to check the pyramid ledge. So for this seed, we still don't know where the bow is. We don't know where the fire rod is. A lift upgrade.
That's it.
Still some good questions on this seed. That shovel, though, is interesting. May that be the answer to our problems?
We actually don't need any of the pendant, the medallions. Or the ice rod. Honestly, we might not even need the red cane.
Technically, they're in go mode as soon as they find the bow.
They do need to do
bow
small
and
woods.
The bow, fire rod, and Titan's mitts.
Oh, yeah, true. Fire Rod for Skullwoods, of course.
Man, Indigo. Weaving through spikes with half a heart, doing his best.
Anything here will kill him, so he's got to be extremely careful.
Oh no! Lizard
And
Man
then
stepped
he's-
on his foot.
Swung and missed, and then allowed the enemy to get him. All right, Catfish, what do you got for us? And we're going to have our first trip to Zora. Oh, there's the bottle. There's your first bottle of the game.
Fizzy already marking the crystal, even though Argus isn't dead yet.
And to go popping off
Oh,
here.
Titan mitts.
Oh,
Zora.
that's where the
Oh.
other glove is.
There we go. So now we got red with an advantage, actually.
So that proves what Smite was saying earlier, that this was requiring these guys to take the long way back to escape in order to get that power glove, because
You
without the
could
flippers,
restore
there was
one.
no other way.
You can take the warp up, and I mean, you could fake flipper technically and take the warp.
Yep, the fake flippers would have been worth something too.
Yeah, you could do that, but you certainly aren't meant to. So they definitely don't expect you to. They mandatorily just want you to bomb through there. Invisity died in swamp again, this time to the boss.
Oh. But yeah, they never had the money anyway, so that was the best call now anyway.
They would have had to use a glitch and have the money.
And half the money.
And that just wasn't going to happen. And they didn't know anyway. Like, if that were me, and I really didn't think Escape had it, I would have just done Aghanim and tried my luck checking out the world.
Yeah.
Because you had access at that point to the Dark World. Pretty good odds.
Alright, we're gonna see what Sick Kid had. It turned out digging all in got you a bomb increase.
Oh, just a little bit of love.
Thanks, Sick Kid.
Looks like
And
Cloudberry's going to Zoro.
Yep, he's about to get something good there too, in regards to the very much needed Titan's Mitt for him.
she's keeping them in this game. This Indigo Blooper's working on blind, but the deaths are starting to add up. The Moldworm was just as bad as a death. The 5 falls, that really hurt. The only person who hasn't died, I don't think Jokes has ever gone down.
Jokes did die once.
Yeah.
Cloudberry has the mitts.
So now it turns into a question, where is the bow? Where is the fire rod? 3 hearts here for Invisity. Gotta be careful. Each hit deals 2 hearts of damage here, so gotta be careful.
Oh, would I do that? I'm always so scared when you just pull out the clouds and you don't move. I'm always scared to get hit.
I've never seen this Somari Kane attempt on blind before.
I have never seen it either.
I've seen that from Andy in the Swordless run, actually.
Every hit of the Kane block does 1/3 of the block's life, which adds up to just perfect blind kill, apparently.
Yeah.
There it is. Give Jokes Too Long credit for that.
It's a pretty neat fight. But why would you actually do that Hammer Strike on Argus right now when you have Master Sword? That's a lot of menu time coming in there.
Not everyone can have a sub 10-minute menu time. But case in point, what Smite was saying earlier, Invisity shows off why the sword slashes here worked a whole lot better and faster than what we saw out of the Argus fight earlier on the other side.
I've never not used sword spins there, but I've never had to do it with the fighter sword. That's never happened to me yet.
Yeah, that's the only way I would do other strats.
Yeah, let me just tell you from experience, Fighter Sword Argus is not fun.
It's definitely not fun.
Argus's puffballs do not even get damaged by sword slashes with a fighter sword.
Only with spins, yeah. It's really bad.
And you need 2 spins, so in that case, doing hammer strats goes faster.
So we're gonna see what the Smiths have here.
On both Jokes Too Long and Cloudberry's side. And the Cane of Burner, which would have helped Jokes Too Long a little bit on that previous fight.
I actually like to use that one on blind, if I can. Actually,
absolutely. Quite nice. That definitely helps you out because those spinning things can do damage. Now, sometimes they don't do quite as much damage as you'd like them to, but at least it helps protect you and does do damage.
Titan mitts for Blooper.
We're going to see Bombo's tablet from Fizz.
I believe it's only a 20 rupee.
Nothing for the chest either. The blacksmiths don't seem very useful.
So we're still missing that bow.
Yep.
Oh, and the fire rod.
And the fire rod.
It's not a whole lot to do. Maybe the desert
could
is a
check
place
Dark
to...
Death Mountain.
They could check them. I don't think anyone's been to the mire at all. There's 3 chests there, plus the desert needs to be finished.
Yeah, and with Titan Mids, we can go to Dark Death Mountain and check that out. We haven't seen that either.
Yep, that's a good stop.
Yes. Somebody should head on over to Mire, which we do see in Indigo Bloopers. Somebody should head on over towards the mountain. A lot of possibilities for chests in both of those directions in the Dark World.
Fiber is doing blinds. Did Indigo finish blind? Did they ever get that done? I don't think they did.
The thing is, they can't really finish that much more dungeons. They kind of have to go into Pendant dungeons quite soon.
Hate to see Pendant Dungeons being required, but I don't see where else they could be if they're not. The Dark Mountain's a pretty good bet, honestly. There's 7 up there. Not to mention Spike Cave, which Lucy could do. Lucy Cloudberry. I think she has a fairy in a bottle somewhere in that inventory, which would be enough. Checking the graveyard out. Full heart.
The panda of courage, power, and wisdom. I'm sorry, I'm gonna make sure to call it Pendant now.
Now there's enough pandas out there. You can collect all 3 if you want. And Jokes Too Long is going to head on over towards the Misery Mire area. Now I'm surprised that Indigo Blooper did not try to finish off Desert Palace with the tools to complete it at this point.
Yeah, that's a free crystal at this point.
Cloudberry goes down somewhere. Oh, they have their fairy though.
Yeah, but Zora Ledge Fairy coming in handy.
Oh, that's a nicely timed piece of heart right there for Indigo Blooper to fill up the heart containers.
This seed is really not giving them any safety so far. Except that one bottle.
It's not a bad seed, or at least it shouldn't have been for Green Team.
Well, that's an interesting landing point.
I've landed there before and I've gotten out. Sometimes it lets you.
There we go. Jokes doing what we said and actually... Oh, no, never mind. Not... Oh, checking inside first. Alright.
So the question is, are we going to have more deaths in the game or by people doing exclamation point roulette on your bot?
I don't know. It's gonna be close.
I got 1 death there so far, so... We're quite behind the roulette game so far.
Still don't know what's in the desert, I don't think. I never saw... I don't know if anyone checked even, but Jokes is just grabbing the big key real quick. Looks like he doesn't care what's in the desert, so...
All ask and I shall receive. Here comes everyone to toy with the bot. Now, Invisity is going to head up to the Death Mountain Dark World section here. I agree with this move.
Very good point.
Blooper's already there.
And even though it might not be required, it might be wise to just take a look at Turtle Rock maybe. Even though they have all the 3 medallions, but... Actually no, Red Team doesn't.
And here's the Brian strats here to help Cloudberry knock off Blind to get the 20 rupees, but more importantly, the crystal. And a bunch of rupees here in what is called the Super Bunny Cave.
Oh, we're gonna see Hookshot Cave now. Always a good place.
Yep. 4 possibilities. Some good items here. I think Indigo Blooper forgot to check the island, wants to make sure what's up there first before investing completely into this hookshot cave, and we find another 20 rupees.
That's a good thing to check beforehand, though, in case you want to go up.
I definitely agree. 5 rupees coming off the Lambolas. Add bombs in the first chest here in the hookshot cave. And whoops! And Visity takes a fall.
Piece of heart.
Hey, Fire Rod!
Hey, fire rod.
Now, technically, they have everything they need to go into Turtle Rock. But you're probably not going to see them going there.
I think Turtle Rock wasn't even the green pendant, so we might not think about that just yet. It's a quite lengthy dungeon as well.
Yeah, and if you can stay away from Turtle Rock, you might as well. But who knows? What if the bow ends up being in Turtle Rock?
That would
What
be
if this is
pretty trolly.
It could be very trolly, and at this point, who knows? The way that this current version of the logic is, Bo has ended up being in there on certain occasions.
That's true.
I have to go into Turtle Rock so much. I hate Turtle Rock. I just played a seed where Ice Rod was in the last chest of Turtle Rock.
Oh.
That's anxiety
Terrible.
chest at that point. So Joke's Too Long now going to be trailing his partner to come and get the Fire Rod, which we know is required. Indigo Blooper and Visity in Skull Woods. Good place to go after finding where the Fire Rod turns out to be.
Already found one of the 2 things here. Don't have much hope for the bow being in here. Ice Palace might have it.
Well, the thing is, with that Fire Rod, it opens up everything in this seed, except for what's guarded by anything that's bow, like the Mimics and the Palace of Darkness, or the Armos Knights in Eastern Palace.
What about the bow being in Mimic Cave?
Ew. It's a possibility, but ew.
That would be even worse than just Turtle Rock. That would be even worse.
It's non-Skull Woods. That's for sure.
But it's a crystal, so at least they can go ahead now.
Now, where is Jokes going? Could he be checking Turtle Rock?
It might look like it.
He probably just wants the Fire Rod. Yeah,
You already got it?
He got it. He got it already. He went back down and now he's going back up, so...
Yeah, he saved and quit after getting the Fire Rod.
And it really looks like it.
You can't get that fairy, that's too bad.
And the fairy says no.
Yeah, he's gonna check Turtle Rock.
That's
that
a
might be a big gamble.
Big risk. This could make or break red team right here.
If this pays off, though, that's gonna be a huge advantage.
Just Couch Cash turned out to be at the altar, and a death on Indigo Blooper, and that is Bombos.
Bombos.
Jokes Too Long does have access to Turtle Rock. Is he going to go inside? Infisity's got to be very, very careful with the health. Only 1 heart left.
Might as well go inside if you're up here. Opened it up. Let's get it done.
Oh, he's
going in.
popping inside.
Wow. All right.
Pendant Turtle Rock.
And I think it was even red or blue. It's not even the green one.
It's either in here or Ice Palace, in my opinion. They could do Mire too, but ugh.
Yeah, 2 items in Misery Mire versus 5 in Turtle Rock, 5 in Palace of Darkness, 3 in Ice Palace.
It's pretty much it's got to be in one of these dungeons. It's just a question of which one, and it could be any of them. Equal chance. Palace of Darkness and Turtle Rock are the best bets, but I could see it being in Ice Palace. And Fizz runs out some mana. He has to leave. Could not complete Skullwoods just yet.
That really sucks for that dungeon.
He doesn't have the lamp. Had to do it the hard way with the rod and missed the shot.
Yes. Yep. So it's going to cost a whole bunch more. Well, hello! The bow turned out to be in Turtle Rock.
Alright.
Disgusting. Reds in go mode. They got an advantage. A big one. The compass room in Turtle Rock had the bow. Not too far in either.
Red team go mode. Let's go. Let's see what Cloudberry's doing. No, she's gonna head off the mountain. That's unfortunate.
Knowing what we know right now, that definitely is.
Oh no.
But she may have blown the flute, got the duck to grab her, and, well, you gotta go somewhere at this point. There's no way to get out of it.
Having some issues with super speed here. There we go.
And right now, Invisity, after hearing word from the partner, is going to be trailing and going right into Turtle Rock. Gotta get that bow. It's required.
And with having the bow now, Jokes is on his way to pot now.
Lost the
Bye,
monkey.
Kiki.
I guess Jokes is gonna do the pot Eastern combo, one after the other. Always nice to do.
Totally makes sense at this point. And that's quite the quote there, Smite.
Accurate. Cloudberry's doing Tower of Hera. I don't know why.
I mean, she didn't clear it yet. Maybe she's thinking like, while my partner is looking up stuff, I can at least like catch up or something like that.
I'll have to wait until the next time Indigo pauses the menu, because to see how many crystals they have.
Yeah, I think Indigo did an update for crystals. I think he has more than just Hera, to be honest.
What the? I didn't know you could pull the turtle paws for items, but why didn't he? Oh, he didn't have mana.
Oh, yep.
Can't go in yet. Gotta wait.
If I'm in Invisity, I'd remember that you can get a full jar in the Super Bunny Cave. But it doesn't look like Invisity remembers that.
He's gonna go buy a potion. Alright.
Well, I like that decision. Inhale the green potion and then go buy your blue potion. Now you got something in reserve.
One of them takes another head.
This Moldorm has been ruthless to the green team.
Indigo died. Where's he at anyway?
I believe Pod. No, not Pod. Couldn't have been Pod. It was the overworld somewhere. Never mind.
Lucy kills Moldorm. Hopefully they'll go right and get back in the race here.
Well, we both know that's exactly what they need to do, and fast. Because once Infinity gets this bow, it's so dungeon cleanup for the red team. And Cloudberry is whistling away from Death Mountain.
We're not gonna see where though until we get the next slide. There we go. Going to Pod, it seems.
That's going to be a really bad move here for the green team.
I mean, it is possible that the bow might be in Pod, but you can't really progress that far without it, so...
Doing Turtle Rock when you can clear it, unfortunately, isn't a bad idea. Unfortunately.
So Infinity just about to go pick up the bow, doesn't have to spend any keys to do so. This will be a fast bow pickup here for the red team. Then they're on collective go mode.
There we go. Hopefully they don't forget about that silvers they picked up. Because it doesn't automatically switch to silvers, so... Hopefully they remember. That makes it a lot easier.
Looks to me like Jokes Too Long had already switched over to the silvers. We'll see if Infinity does when it gets to go against the Mimics. Indigo Blooper's having a lot of trouble with this last about 5 minutes of the seed so far.
Yeah, they need more hearts or something. They just cannot stay alive. They need to stop taking hits. You really can't take hits when you have no hearts in Dark World. Some of these enemies hit for 3, 4 hearts. They're both
So
going
why
to...
are both of them going there now?
Yeah, I don't know. Where's it going? Maybe checking the graveyard
Yeah.
and stuff.
Wasn't sure where Indigo Blooper was going. I was hoping not Pod, because that would not do the green team any help at this point.
Wherever he's going there with no health.
Yeah, I think the Reno Bird actually does 3 hearts of damage.
Yep.
Quite easily one of the more hated enemies in Link to the Past. Oh, nice fairy drop.
So it looks like Indigo is gonna check Catfish. Which is not a bad call in general.
Infinity has died again. So many deaths. More deaths in this race than we've seen in any other. Jokes as well has died at the same time. We gotta restart Palace of Darkness. Got a fairy, alright. That'll work.
Yeah, he had not lost the fairy from earlier.
Catfish is just having 3 bombs, so the search continues for red green team.
It would be nice if Jokes Too Long knew of one of the ways to kill the beetles. If you get them onto their bellies, knock them over, you can eat them and kill them.
I didn't know that, actually. I'm actually gonna try to remember that. Because I really dislike that room.
And the nice thing about having silver arrows, Helmless Star goes down one hit once you get rid of that mask. Cloudberry is running out of possible locations where the bow could be in this dungeon before having to leave, and Fizzity suffering a death to the cockroaches. Oh, the humanity of this seed.
Indigo's finding the shovel and might think, oh, great, this might give me something, but we already know it's fortunately not gonna be anything they look for.
Yeah, you can't take up the bow this seed.
He's probably gonna check it right away, though. Which makes sense, but...
I'm really not understanding why Infizity's is looking for items at this point.
Yeah. That's weird.
They're in go mode.
I can't think of anything that's missing other than survivability. They're having a lot of trouble with that. Maybe they want more HP.
And Indigo is digging up his bomb upgrade.
Well, the Cane of Burner does help, so that will at least get Infizity through this Thieves Town. So I think I know what's going on here. Okay.
Burner is definitely a good call.
Yes, so I see what's going on here with Infizity. He was going to get the Cane of Burner because he needs a safety. Because this Thieves Town has been kicking his butt.
I'm not sure is Infizity's tracker up to date on crystals. I don't think it is.
Last time I saw, he only had 2.
Oh, alright. Okay.
Indigo's is also accurate. Those two are having a lot of trouble.
Yeah, only 1 crystal. Yep, we just saw that in the pause menu.
Alright. So we have like, in both teams we have one really strong person and one person that struggles a little.
And just a reminder here, under Smite's tournament rules, it is the average time of both runners that gets counted.
Yeah, this is still gonna be interesting, even if Cloudberry and Jokes both finish. This is gonna be very interesting between these other two.
It can't be much longer before they find the bow. They gotta find it soon. Indigo cannot do this without careful use of magic, so I hope they make it.
He got a potion. So he should be alright. Hopefully.
They got it.
Even
300.
without potion.
Cloudberry's finding out that she can't do a lot of Palace of Darkness without the bow, actually. You can't get the last 4 items, really. Maybe
big money,
more.
big prizes. Indigo Blooper doesn't like it.
Going back to Thieves Town. We probably finish off Skullwoods, I suppose.
They really needed to have done the Palace and the Ice Palace and Turtle Rock at this point, and Mire. There's no way it could be anywhere else. Though it looks like they still have some places to check. I'm getting them mixed up because both teams are going all over the place. Lucy went the wrong way and died in the woods. That's too bad. It's too bad that the bow is where it is, but we're getting to the point where they should have found it by now anyway. They really should have split up to those dungeons.
Yeah, all this time they're going and running through the overworld is adding up at this point. Time that they could be splitting apart, getting chest checked.
Yeah, they keep going to the same places.
Here we go. The Cane of Brian in action. On blind. One more hit.
And blind is down for Invisity finally. I like the drama skips here in Cloudberry's end.
Yeah, but drummers are really quiet today.
Like, this seed here is the total definition of painful. It's the kind that's not giving these runners any sort of health. And an hour and 18 to only have one line of your health and not have it completely filled isn't helping. Plus the fact that you're still dealing in a green tunic, no magic upgrades either. And only one bundle found. Now, Joke's Too Long has got to be careful here, because if he gets hit with any of the remaining parts of this Argus fight, he'll be dead. Silver Arrows, if you can deal with the lag, might help you out. There we go.
There we go.
Nice kill. And wouldn't that have been trolly if you were still looking for items when you get the big key from Argus?
I hate when that happens. I really hate that. Having to go all the way into the big chest and then realizing, oh, look, there's a big 20.
Yeah, nothing more salt-inducing than finding a big 20 in that position. So, Joke's Too Long only has Crystal 1 left to do.
Oh,
Trying
Cloudberry
to
almost
remember.
got pulled in, but then the next frame, apparently they're actually at the boss, killing the boss. They're gonna use the cape, looks like. I don't know if that'll help
Alright.
Well,
much.
it gives you a brief amount of help, but
Down they go.
one heart. Oh! Ow.
Morphula taking a life again.
The spin attack, unfortunately, just resulted in Cloudberry being pushed right back onto the spikes.
Joke's Too Long is bothering with the bombs. They're still looking for the
Yeah.
red sword, I think.
We really look for upgrades here,
Or the blue
even
tunic.
though being in go mode.
I figure it is the red sword that they want. They might not know how to do Ganon without it, I'm not sure.
Either sword upgrade or some sort of defense upgrade. Our container and 50 is not going to help him, though.
Even if that were the
Oh.
case, I'd bet Ganon's tower would have what you're looking for.
All right, let's see what the random bottle fill is this seed. Well, that's nice and beneficial. Blue potion free fill up. Each seed is different. You could sometimes be unlucky and find a B, but in this case, you could be very lucky and get a blue potion fill up.
That's gonna help them, and the survivability a little bit. So
Indigo Bloopers made the right call at last.
Oh, this is where they need to go.
The bow has been
And
found.
there is the bow. And that will put the green team
why would you
to
continue?
drum
this thing?
signals and go mode.
There we go. Now he's quitting out. All right.
I think it was just more of a collect your thoughts and just double check your inventory. Yep, okay, yep, we're on go mode. Bye. Well, that's an interesting place to have your portal left over.
It works, apparently.
It worked. Wow.
Going into Skull Woods without any magic is not good either.
There's a little bit in this room. There's enough to do it with just the lamp, but only if you loot all of the things. You really probably have to go back, and it doesn't look like they're doing that. They got a lucky man. No, they really need to get the mana. They can't do this. They got a blue potion. They're alright, I guess.
Don't use that rod.
It's gonna be a battle here. Oh, they skipped
Cloudberry's
this.
got a blue potion, so...
Down they go.
Oh. Well, okay. Well, it did get a little more potion out of it, so a little bit more mana. And Indigo Blooper suffering a death. Not sure where around the map they were, but if I was Indigo Blooper, I'd start considering taking care of some of these dungeons, like the Eastern Palace of Darkness combo. Or we could go into the Desert Palace.
That's fine. It's a fairly easy dungeon.
Fairly easy, and you need to do it.
Cloudberry is snatched by that hand.
Joke's too long, he's not going to have a whole lot of mana coming up here for the Mothula fight. Gonna have to watch the health just a little bit, depending on how well this fight goes.
Cloudberry's trying to save that blue potion for the boss, which is a good move. It looks like they finally made it here to also join in on the Mothula fight.
Oh, joke's too long. Now it's in that danger territory. We'll have to suffer or suck down that blue potion to stay alive. And
That's a
Cape
good call,
strats for Cloudberry.
There we go. Morphula goes down. That's one morph less.
And joke's too long is going to be the first one to Ganon's tower.
So, which chest is gonna have a big key in Ganon's tower? It's a big question now.
Come on, Cloudberry, get this done. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we skipped ahead to when it finished. Okay.
Nice, nice work. That was a concerningly low health fight.
Yeah, you bump into Mothula one more time, or if those beams get you, you're dead. So that is a very tight fight there for Cloudberry. Good job. So yeah, Ganon's Tower, chest time. Let me see. I'll go with chest number 9.
Number 9. I say Taru, number 3. If I go right, it's number 3.
Oh, you're gonna stay in the trolley towel room. Nice.
I had that in my last seat actually, so... When we were doing practice, I was actually doing Taru and my partner was going left and I was like, ha, called it. And it was actually Taru. So I believe.
Very well possible we could find a sword upgrade in Ganon's Tower too. You never know. Otherwise, get used to spinning.
Yeah, that would really be a bad thing if I find the key that early, and there might be a sword upgrade, so I might skip that then, and if there is one, that is. I mean, who likes exploring more of Ganon's Tower when you got the big key?
Oh, jokes too long is getting dead rocked.
2 times in a row. There we go.
And Cloudberry about to get the bow. That'll put the green team officially in go mode. And Cloudberry is the closest of the 2 to get into Ganon's Tower.
Cloudberry's not too far behind. The 2 dungeons they need, it's 5 minutes. House of Darkness is half done already.
Yeah, Cloudberry's already got the big keys, so that should be just to go right straight to the boss. All right, Ganon's Tower time. Let's see if we're correct.
Infinity needs desert, I think, and something. Who knows what else? I don't know what crystals those are. But they're not too far behind either. Indigo Blooper really needs to start getting things done. Green team's dependent on him getting 3rd in this, or else they're done for.
Oh, there's the blue tunic on the left.
Oh, that's kind of trollish the way this seed's been playing for these guys. Yeah, the bow pickup for Cloudberry.
So item number 3 was a blue tunic. Well, guess I didn't call it the key, but the tunic.
Well, it's still a good item.
It's number 4 and 5. Number 6. Nope.
3 small keys and a what 20. And not just the heart container, Sanctuary heart turned out to be at chest number 8.
Oh,
Indigo last one into
the second
swamp.
time.
Still on the hunt for the big key.
Just number 10, I believe, or 9 is coming up.
never had it be that one in front of these warps.
I've had it once. Just once.
This next
It
place
was a weird
is-
experience.
This room here is a very common place. I would expect it to be one of these 4.
Sort of a randomizer room. Let's see. Nope.
There's that red
Well,
sword.
there's your
there's
sword
tempered.
upgrade.
There we go.
They're probably happy about that. I think they've been searching high and low for that sword. I think that's why they slowed down so much.
That's really good for the Ganon fight, though.
Yeah, because otherwise you're dealing with a nasty Ganon fight filled with spin moves, and the way these guys have been going with about the seed, I'd be kind of very afraid of. That's an interesting strategy to get around that portal. I haven't seen that one before.
Wow.
But the way
So-
these guys have been going throughout this seed, I'd be kind of worried if they were trying to have to do the 12 spin moves on Ganon
In each phase.
in each phase.
Yeah. That's not fun at all.
Now, here's a concerning thing. What if the big key turns out to be the right side? Do you tell your teammate just to go for the big key, or have him go for both the sword and the big key?
Seeing how things went for phase, I would say I would go for the sword.
Oh, it is the right side.
It is the right side. Wow.
How about that chest 22? How about it? Is he gonna stop and do the tower room? I'm putting it on 22. I think it's the very last. This B. It's on your side, man. It's okay.
By the way, that now makes it that the Cane of Samaria is required this seed.
Yeah, that's true. Skipping the tire room, though.
Actually, no, it did. Well, it was already required because of the bow. So it was required in 2 ways.
Skipping the tire room, though. Let's hope it's really not in there, because otherwise you're gonna lose a bunch of time now as well.
Well, if that is the case, then Smites 22 is correct.
Come on, Wacky Tower Room. It happened to me twice. It's probably in here. Compass Room. So good bet. Oh no, I don't know.
No.
Nope.
No.
Oh jeez. Oh no.
No. No!
And-
Tile room!
Tire room! That's
Where's-
commentator's curse, I say.
Where is the Price is Right failure horn when you need it?
Well, I'm sorry. Commentator's curse.
Infinity suffering a death.
And that means Smite's guess was totally right. Number 22 it is.
Heck yeah.
Alright, that makes the question even more a question though. I mean, would you go for tire room right away or would you get that sword now?
I would tell them to go right, grab the big key, and then go left and get the sword if they wanted. You might as well pick it up. It's right at the start. Technically.
And there is the big key.
Officially the worst seed. I think that seed with TGH was still pretty cruel with having to use that shortcut to the Dark World.
Oh, Cloudberry suffering a death in the beetle room.
The seed that's going to be beaten in an hour 45 is definitely not even that bad. Actually, it's pretty good. They didn't have to clear any of the Pendant dungeons. They had to dive into the very start of one of them That's all.
Yeah.
This is a pretty friendly thing. They're just having a really hard time with the low health that it's creating.
Like really that one seed where the green team couldn't figure out how to get into the Dark World part. That was like the worst seed so far, I think. Where they lost
Bomb strats against the Helmasaur King here.
Had some pretty nasty seeds. Seeds that seem like doing them in less than 2.5 hours is crazy.
And
fast.
it works. It
Yeah.
works for Cloudberry.
How many bombs does it take when you do that? Is it a less amount of bombs compared to the hammer, or?
Oh yeah, it is. I think it's 4, but it just the timing of the bombs is the worst part.
Yeah, I don't think it saves time really, but it's it does work about as fast.
That's why having a gauntlet here from Jokes.
I feel
See how
like,
that goes.
aside from not getting bombs in the escape, that was really mean. Like, if you got bombs in escape and if you were able to deal with the low health, you could beat this seed in 80 minutes. I feel like it's that kind of seed. It's not bad.
Yeah, apart from Total Rock, everything was still pretty neat.
And even that would have been something you would have checked in a reasonable amount of time, because you could do Turtle Rock. That's really the thing, is that when you have both rods and the Samaria can, you could just go in there. You might as well. It's not the worst place. It just sucks to go up there. Jokes Too Long has a long way to go with not too much health. They have a fairy in a bottle, no powder. Never found that. Somehow. It must be in one of the Pendant dungeons. They should be okay with that fairy. There's not much left after the gauntlet. That's really the big danger.
Watch Magic Powder be in the Moldorm 2 chest. Alright, Mothula coming up here for Invisity.
Getting some good hits with the Fire Rod.
And we'll use up some green goo. That's gotta be careful with 4 hearts at this point, but probably it's down to 1 more hit on Mothula, I think.
I can never tell how close to dead this boss is. He got him, oh no.
No! Oh, that's painful.
Indigo's attempt
Was that
has
the
begun.
double kill?
Indigo also died. Didn't want to use the blue potion. Should have used the blue potion.
Yep. I was thinking that Indigo Blooper should have used the potion, because those beams 2 hearts damage. Ouch.
How
Indigo.
magic! Wow.
Indigo really needs to get third, and as soon as possible, obviously.
Magic Powder.
Powder and half magic in the last 2 chests. Wow.
Now, that is a better place for it, because now you can use it on the next room to get 2 fairies to restore your life.
Yep, that looks good for Jokes. It's going to
That's
be the first
amazing.
one to clear. Cloudberry's on their way now to Ganon's Tower. Let's see how they take all 22 chests or not to get that key.
Let's see what the validation chest has in it, right? Oh,
Well, we'll wait a few more moments. Moldorm's not done claiming victims this seed.
Maybe that red tunic in that validation chest. How about it?
that would be amazing. Or butter.
One more hit. No. Got him.
Alright. Damn you, Troldorm. Aw.
And it fills up a heart container, though.
How convenient.
Oh no, Cloudberry died on the way up to Ganon's tower.
To Lionel's? What happened?
I didn't see what, but back to start.
Yeah, but Lionel's really hurt, especially with Green Tunic.
Yeah, they ignore the Master Sword too. It would have to have been them. They hit for 3 hearts each.
So does Indigo have any chance of catching up to Fizz? That's a question now.
Fizz didn't kill Moldorm yet, did they? Did they get him?
He's missing Crystal 6 apparently.
He hasn't updated them in the right order, but has to go back up to Mothula. Infinity right now is grinding for potion money.
Yeah, he died to Mothula. Hasn't finished that yet. Indigo has do 2 dungeons, and I'm not sure which ones are 1 and 7.
He's got to go back. He's got to go back into Eastern by the looks of things, as well as the pod.
Those should be quick. Palace of Darkness is much faster when you can skip most of it.
Mothula down.
That means only Pod and Eastern left for Indigo.
Another death on the way up to Ganon's tower for Cloudberry.
They really need to just use their magic power. They need to be more careful. You're not going to have health for those. You're just not going to.
Ooh, don't die. Jokes is fine. Alright. Anything could kill him now.
You got a fairy in a bottle.
And we're already on phase 3 as well, so should be alright.
As long as she doesn't get hit with a fire bat. Count all those warps, guys. And now we're on to stage 4.
Getting torch glitch.
Yep. Nice spamming of the hearts. Or of the lamp. That's 2 hits. And 3, 1 more to go. Don't get knocked down.
Ganon's dead.
Should have it now. Yep.
Yep. That's GG for Jokes.
And meanwhile, enjoy this advertisement from Cloudberry.
Neat. Did they go offline?
I don't think so.
Well, 143.56. They did.
Oh.
There, they're back.
So while we were watching that ad, Cloudberry had made their way into Ganon's tower to get the blue tunic. What happens next? We'll watch and find out.
Well, probably whole left side, I suppose. Finding the tempered sword and then realizing, well, must be right side.
Cloudberry is not even guaranteed to get second. They could still lose that if they mess up here too much. Green team's in a really bad way. Indigo Blooper is not kept up enough to compete here.
I mean, Fizz, after Fizz cleans up Skullwitz here, he already knows that the key is gonna be in the tie room, so...
Yeah, it's gonna be a fast tower for him. Cloudberry, she still has to do most of it. They went left, so they got to go all the way through now to find out it's on the right side.
Ooh, Cloudberry looked like it went too fast. Didn't let the crystal go down. That's if we are to trust what was on the frame before the stream went offline.
Cloudberry
And
needs
there
to
goes
cut their
Mafia.
bandwidth down next time. But it's looking bad for them. This is the losers bracket, so the loser here will be out of the tournament. The other one will go on to round 2 of the losers bracket, the lower bracket. See who they're fighting, and after round 20 ends, after game 20, we get to see another match with these two. Infinity is on their way to Ganon's tower, which is bad news for green team. Indigo Blooper still needs 2 more crystals.
I guess the bomb worked. Infinity's not heading to Ganon's Tower just yet. Just grab the heart container out of the Ice Rod cave.
Oh no! Indigo went too fast. Doesn't have the key, the mandatory key.
Ooh, yep. Back upstairs.
Gotta go back just a little bit and find one of the many keys that are available for picking up here. Could be one in the next room over.
So Cloudberry found the Tempered Sword.
Yep, couldn't
Yep,
miss it
which is
going that way.
nice. Maybe
There's that-
she's gonna be like, well, let's do Tyroom. Let's do this.
Looks like they're not going to Armos.
Well,
Hard to tell, though.
We're gonna find out soon.
Infinity's on halftime now since their partner's done, so they really have a big safety net here to finish with.
I think Cloudberry just ended up going the wrong way and realized the mistake when she found the big chest.
Yeah.
And Indigo needs that fairy, gets it good, and now off to try to finish off this Palace of Darkness.
Don't know where Cloudberry's at, waiting for an update. Here it comes.
Now, the amount of time that was buffering, I'd have to assume they probably just cleared off the Armos Knights.
It's gonna buffer and we'll have the Triforce.
So Infinity now in Ganon's Tower, we get to see exactly how the strategy is going to work out, and it does appear that Infinity is going to go for the Tempered Sword.
Yeah. Good call. Makes the fight a lot faster and it's probably worth the time you need for picking it up, I guess. Oh.
If you were really
Oh.
good at it, like if you could nail every spin, I don't know if it would pay. Like you have half mana in the cape, so you could you could pretty easily do the spins you need, but the third phase, the silver arrows won't be too bad. You only have to lock them down 4 times, not 12, not 24, like you would have to do normally.
And Cloudberry's going to do the tile room first by the looks of things.
Well, she's gonna be pleasantly surprised.
I love how we just skipped over half of the tile room with the buffering.
Still
And
going
she
through.
Continuing.
got the big key.
She's continuing, but why? She got 2 keys. She's more than. Oh, the big magic.
Oh, the
pot.
mana!
All right.
Actually, wise decision.
Yeah.
Now, if only
So
their
we
health
only got
wasn't
1 death. True, the health is still some issue. Well, she should be fine, maybe. And Jokes only had 1 death in total.
That explains the time discrepancy. It's definitely a big part of that.
Oh, Cloud's gotta be careful. I know she put a fairy in a bottle, but not a place where you wanted to use it. 2 rooms short of a fairy room.
You can get some more.
Health magic was in the mini Helmosaur room on top of Ganon's tower. Together with a magic powder.
So now Invisity, with the tempered sword in hand, is going to go up to the tile room. 2.5 hearts, though, still has to be careful with each of the tiles doing a great full heart of damage no matter what tunic you wear.
That is true. We saw some soft locks. No player in this has had an easy time. They've all been going at a miserable pace, dealing with problem after problem.
Indigo Looper now gets all of the pendants, or all the crystals, heading off to Ganon's tower. It looks like Invisity is thinking about using the potion, and there we go.
It's going to be
I
a
can
fight for
still not
second
tell.
here, which is not going to win the game for green. They need second and third, and they need it with more time than they've got.
Yeah. I wonder on the summer sprite though. Well, how do you see which tunic she's wearing? It still looks green to me.
So the bunny hits blue.
Oh no, I don't mean the bunny. I mean Samus. Like that one looks still green to me.
I think she was yellow before, now she's green. The colors are off. I don't know why. They're just going by the suits in Metroid.
Oh, yes, it might be going based on the various suit.
Oh, so red tunic would be purple, I suppose? For the gravity suit?
Yeah. That's right, yes.
That's neat but confusing change.
Now, Invisity is not out of the danger zone right now. Still has to be very careful, down to 2 hearts. And right there's a case of it.
So Cloudberry is probably at Lead Molars now, we just can't see it just yet.
Indigo's got to be careful. Gets around the Lionels. will go into Ganon's tower with 2 hearts left.
The real question is how much are we behind on Cloudberry's stream now? Because Mike wanted to check that in the end, I think.
I think it's catching up on its own. I think that's about right.
Indigo would be still in green tunic. Would assume probably will pick up the blue tunic before heading up to the top of Ganon's tower.
Aggressive armor. Can we spoil that where the last armor was?
Yeah.
The last one was in Total Rock.
How far in?
It says roller switch room.
Oh, it was right at the start. It was right at the start.
No, I think that's the one later on.
It's the one after the big chest.
Yeah, it's the one after the big chest before you go downstairs to that dark room.
Just about halfway down.
And the last sword was in Ice Palace in the big chest.
Nobody wants that.
Nope.
So guaranteed nobody is going to get the butter sword this seed.
No, not at this point.
Cloudberry's warping through these rooms.
There we go. Half magic. And your powder.
And now in the next slide, we see him at Moldorm.
All right.
Whoa. Mad Moldorm.
Going down, though.
The what in the world did I do wrong, Moldorm fast mover when you have the tempered sword. But that's what ends up happening when you poke Moldorm. And a Death and Indigo blooper.
Indigo might be able to get second. Or, I mean third. I don't know. They have to climb. It depends on if Invisity makes any more mistakes. No more deaths can happen. We've had enough of those.
Yeah, at this point, Invisity would have to die to the last 3 floors here. It is still possible, but made it even harder once we found the magic powder in the mini Helmsar room.
Not going for silver arrows here. Going with the spins.
Thing with the silver arrows on those Lambolas, it's a timing thing. If you don't have the timing down, you're going to be wasting a lot of time.
Yeah, it's actually quite hard. Cloudberry got the powder, but she didn't check it.
Yeah, at this stage in the run, you're not going to be checking things off. And the gold blooper just short distance to... Oh! That's the wrong way. Indigo blooper is not going to be able to get the tempered.
Hey, can't go back, yeah. That's a shame.
Uh-oh. He's trying to, but it's not possible, so... Nope, even the top is not correct. You gotta mirror out if you really want that sword.
Cloudberry is actually a little bit ahead of where they are on my side. I'm watching the real feed. They're on third phase again, and so They're like 10 seconds
yeah.
ahead of where it shows. Not too far off.
Where is Indigo Blooper going now? Oh, doesn't have the big key yet. Now, that's interesting.
Cloudberry's having a rough Ganon fight. Looks like they're done. I'm going by the real feed. They finished at 2:01. 12.
Yeah, there's the final hit. So Indigo Blooper does not have the big key. So this is a case where we are not seeing communication between the two players because Indigo Blooper does not have access to the big key. It's not going to get it in this room. We'll get a bottle for the efforts, which will be semi-beneficial, but I don't know. It seems to be a time sink right now when they really need to move fast.
Blooper's lost. Here's an ad. Yeah, Cloudberry seems like she's pushing her internet harder than was necessary. I told them to turn it down when they started and said they were dropping frames, but I don't know if they did.
And Aghanim is down for Invisity, so the worst possible spot where Invisity could die, which would be beneficial for the green team, has come and passed.
Invisity's gonna finish this game up here. Half mana cape. It should be a pretty easy Ganon fight with the sword and the silver arrows.
One heart on Fizz's side though. But still having a potion or fairy probably, so.
You got cape strats too, which will help things out. Oh, that's quite the dodge right there.
Once Invisity wins, we can get the red team's time, but they're pretty far away from losing right now, so they really can't unless Invisity gets fourth. I mean, there's no way that could happen. You can't win with second and fourth as your positions. That just doesn't add up. You need second and third. That's the only time in which I would have to add the times together and see who won. Invisity did take a death, though, it looks like.
Oh.
Alright, making the things interesting, I guess.
Invisity.
Oh, I mean, Indigo was trying to get this last mimic. Couldn't get him, got taken out by him.
Oh no. Invisity's gonna go for potions.
Things are falling apart here at the last stretch.
Or we're going to go to the swamp. Oh, we're going to be farming for money.
I mean, you could just throw it into the... it might even be faster to just throw it into the fairy pool. But you'd have to go find one because the bomb fairy costs 100.
Yeah, the only other fairy that's in this game that you can throw a bottle into would be the one that's near Zora.
The fairy randomly chooses a thing at the start and always gives you that bottle. In this case, it's blue potion, which they know. They happen to actually find out this time. I don't think I've ever filled the bottle that way. I usually have money to just buy. If I really want a potion, I get me a blue one for 160.
Personally, the only time I ever really do it is if I end up having to go to the Pyramid Fairy, and then I'll be, okay, while I'm here, I'll throw one in. Oh, it's a blue potion. Okay, thank you.
And Fizzity's loaded up, ready to go.
And Indigo Blooper going to grab the safety fairies here. Release the bee! And with Ganon and dying to Ganon, that means Invisity's not going to get the same pattern again this time around, so the warps will be different, could be even more trolly. Could we get that great 6 warping Ganon coming up?
And
I
you
actually
still
had that yesterday.
lacking that sword. They're gonna have a really hard fight. I hope they're up for it. They've had some trouble with easier things than Ganon spins. But they're gonna have to do.
Sword is not fun at all.
They're gonna have to do 12 spins on every phase of Ganon, and then in phase 3, where they have the silver arrows, 1 spin per time of using the arrow.
And that with 9 hearts.
No torch glitch here for Invisity. Got to be careful of the vats.
Ooh.
That was a swing and a miss right there.
Just one more hit.
No risks being taken, drinking the blue. Getting mana back for the fire.
This should be the last hit.
Invisity's done it. That means red team has won. Here's some drums. To a
GG for
934.
red team.
This race came down to red team finding the bow first.
Yeah, and it looked like the other way around at first.
Yeah, Cloudberry being the only one who got a bomb during the escape to find out that there was 2 grid items in there, in the flippers as well as the power glove. Oh, Indigo Blooper suffering a death, but does have a fairy in the bottle, so will be revived.
I'm not really sure I understand why Cloudberry got a bomb and no one else did anyway, because I don't think that they killed more enemies. The other team went crazy trying to kill the enemies for bombs. They just couldn't find one.
Well, just RNG at that point. The bump drop was in there, it was just a really small chance, apparently, so...
It's my understanding that it's preset. Like, if you kill enough enemies on the floor, that enemy type will drop it.
Yeah, but whether it drops it or not might be the part that's still RNG. I'm not certain about that.
Yeah, me neither.
But then Jokes Too Long was the first one to head up over to Turtle Rock, and it was a blind gamble at that point, but it turned out to be quite a big gamble when found it in the compass room.
Hello, Red Team.
Hello, hello.
Oh,
Hello.
That was a bit of a rude seed.
Oh,
Yeah.
so bad. You guys just got shafted by a bit. Your team didn't find a bomb and escape. I don't know why you didn't, but they did.
Well, it's the thing is, we found a bomb and escape, but it was after I'd pushed the blocks and I couldn't get back into that dang room.
Yeah, they found that one before, and they had the gloves. The Titan Myths being on Zora, I wasn't sure, because I have seen the escape be locked out like that, where you had to go through the entire escape again to get the gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've seen both
Yeah.
gloves in there, which is disgusting, but I've seen that, so
Ugh.
I knew
Uh-oh.
that if the Titan Myths weren't, you know, in the light world, that you would have had to go through. You went through there
Yeah.
anyway.
It's like, of course, at about that exact point where we had to go back and pick that up, I was preparing to... I mean, it was like immediately after I softlocked doing fake flippers. But then I was running towards Hyrule Castle, so I'm like, oh, I guess we'll have to do Aghanim. And then I remembered, wait a second, we don't have the lantern, it wouldn't make us do that. The glove has to be an escape.
yeah. Well, don't take credit for that. I realized. No, yeah, we were trying to think like there had to be something in the light world because we couldn't do Aghanim without lantern. And I was like,
The
oh,
logic
we can go back through escape to get
yeah, I
back to that room. we
completely
missed.
forgot that you can push the ornament without Zelda in the randomizer, because that's not a thing you can do in vanilla, I don't think.
I'm glad I'm not alone in that.
Yeah.
I also didn't have bombs in the escape.
So, tell me about your decision to go into Turtle Rock, a pendant dungeon, and get lucky
yeah.
finding the bow in there.
Super lucky on that bow. Okay, my entire thoughts about that were, I was watching Smite a while ago, and I heard just anecdotally a lot of people in chat were like, I keep finding bow in Turtle Rock. So I just said, you know what? I'm taking the risk. I'm going to Turtle Rock. The bow's going to be in there. And it was. Thank the Lord.
Taking advantage of the current version of the logic to check that's what gave you guys the lead for good, and that's what pulled away for you guys.
Yep.
It was a really good feeling grabbing that bow and realizing we're done. Of course, I still went and checked every single chest that I could because really wanted that armor, really wanted a sword upgrade, and of course we didn't find any of that until Ganon's Tower. Hoofa.
You want to know where the final sword upgrade was?
Yeah, where was that?
Ice Palace.
Nice.
Ooh, really,
Gross.
my favorite.
And the second armor upgrade was actually in Turtle Rock, but deeper inside.
Yeah, no, I was out of there once I had that bow.
Same.
Yes. Yeah.
I was glad it wasn't on pedestal. That would have been
Yeah,
terrible.
I made sure to check pedestal as soon as possible since we started with the book.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, not as soon as possible. It actually took a while for me to get to there, but
Well, as soon as you were in the area.
It was
I mean, I
good.
went. I ended up going somewhere else first.
I was really glad that Fire Rod was in Hookshot Cave instead of anywhere else. Like,
Oh yeah.
hard to find. Hookshot Cave can be pretty disappointing most of the time.
I've been disappointed by Hookshot Cave a lot recently.
That's
Same
could
goes
have-
for Hype Cave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same goes for Hype Cave, actually, now that you
Yeah.
mention it. It's like I forgot I didn't even bother going in the Dark World one.
Yeah,
think-
I went too long around the overworld, I think, and then I found the bow. I knew we were probably late to find the bow when
Yes.
I found it on our end.
Took you a while to go into the Pendant dungeons.
Yeah.
I
That's
think there was
something- Go ahead.
that was a better seed than our last race, but I had a much worse time because I died so many times to Motula and died in blinds, and not having that armor was bad, and the low health was
I died
that's
too
my
many
least
times.
favorite kind of seed.
The low health seeds can be pretty rough. Just
Yeah,
shows
that-
you where you need to practice, I guess.
Yeah, this seed was not generous with its hearts at all. Nope.
Yeah, I don't think it was a bad seed. It was just not being.
Yeah, it was just
expecting
one-
A lot.
Yeah, it was just one that it wanted you to play really well. Though somehow I still wound up with 15 hearts by the end. I don't know where those came from.
Yeah, they kind of dumped them all. They got you the blue tunic right then too.
Yeah.
How about the tempered sword being in one direction and the big key in Ganon's tower being on the right hand side?
Not only on the right-hand side, but in the freaking tile room, too.
I called that out, and I'm sorry for it.
I always just forget the tile room has a chest in it.
I didn't know it did until like last week, so
Yeah.
good thing.
It's like, yeah, that was definitely a big thing. I called that out. I'm like, okay, big keys in the tile room, but like definitely go to the left. You need those armor, the equipment upgrades.
Yeah, I ended up not getting the sword because when I messed
Ooh.
up the teleporter and ended up going all the way to
no.
Armos on accident. So
Oh
at
no!
that point, for the sake of speed, I just said I'll go to Ganon.
Ooh, that's rough.
Not that I made it there, as can be seen. I completely just fricked up the torch room just now.
Oh,
Yeah, you ran out of mana, and that became the end of that, and you would end up having to teleport yourself downstairs, which was very unfortunate, but you gave it a good effort.
Yeah, and then I screwed up the second time by shooting a fireball at the little thingy moving around.
just Ganon's tower's rough.
Yeah, it was about this time.
I'm just glad I didn't have to do ice palace again.
And then it even trolled you with half magic in the powder right at the end.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the worst. Yeah,
That was so
walking
mean.
around without magic powder was terrible because I'm so used to having it early.
The only thing I was thinking could have been worse is if the powder ended up being in the Moldorm chest.
don't even get to make use of it.
Well,
Yeah.
or the red tunic in the validation chest, that would have been fun.
Well, that at least helps with Ganon.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for playing, Lucy Clawberry and Indigo Blooper. You didn't make it.
Yeah, I
though.
had fun.
You'll be out now.
Feel kind of proud of myself actually for how well I did on this seed,
that's fine.
considering how I've played before.
Yeah, you finished. Didn't you? You still working on it?
I'm still working on it. I have to go get magic.
Yeah, that was a bit of an issue too. That mana management.
Yeah.
Dang, late half mana.
No
Yeah,
bottles
or whatever.
either. At all.
No, well, 2 of the bottles were in Ganon's tower, so I had 2 fairies and a blue potion going into the Ganon fight. I was sitting pretty.
Yeah.
Very rude tower.
Joke's still on
Yeah.
you, Fizzy. You'll be playing against whoever loses in match 20, which is I think that's the Problems IRL game with
All right.
Problems and Spooty Biscuit versus Zero Russian Ninja Bro. They aren't scheduled yet. I'm not sure when that match is gonna happen.
All right.
But I'll let you know. You'll see it on Discord. It'll show up.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for playing, everybody. I'm gonna head out.
And thanks for having us on.
There's
Yeah,
a
thanks.
race of Winnie the Pooh baseball. Apparently, I'll host that. I'll see you later.
Oh shit.
Oh, is that what Ty's doing?
Yeah,
Oh dear.
I'm glad I missed that.
my
Actually,
goodness.
seeing what it actually was. I was supposed to play in that. No, I don't
Wasting
feel
time
bad.
on Zelda while there's that.
Play ball!
Take it easy,
Woo.
folks.
All right.